Okay, so let's start today class. In the previous class, we already derived some Fourier transform, you know, of any given signal xt that was represented by x omega equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e to the power minus j omega t dt. You know, today we are going to discuss property of the Fourier series. So just first of all, share this thing and then we will continue our discussion. Okay, so today we are going to discuss property of the Fourier transform. We already discussed some same property in the Fourier series. That means also here similar property we need to discuss. Same property discussed in Z transform also. Okay. So try to again discuss here various type of property of Fourier transform. So first one is your linearity property. First one is your linearity property. Here, linearity property. Second one is your frequency shifting property. Frequency shifting property. Next one is your time differentiation and integration property. Time differentiation differentiation and integration property. And integration property. Integration property. Next one is your time scaling property. Time scaling property. Next is your multiplication and convolution property. Next is your time shifting property. Time shifting property. Next one is your multiplication and convolution property. Multiplication and convolution property. Okay. So we need to discuss all the property one by one here. Let's try to first of all discuss the what is the linearity property. What is the linearity property? So let's we try to discuss this one. Linearity property. linearity property. Linearity property states that if any signal in time domain represented by x1t has the Fourier transform x1 omega and another signal x2t has the Fourier transform of x2 omega, then from the linear property state that a1 x1t plus a2 x2t has the Fourier transform of a1 x1 omega plus a2 x2 omega. A1, that means sum of the individual Fourier transform is equal to the Fourier transform of the individual. Okay, so just represent this one. So if any signal has Fourier transform of x1 omega, suppose that in time domain represented by x1t has the Fourier transform of x1 omega. Represent this signal here x1t has the Fourier transform x1 omega x1 omega we already seen in the previous class how we can represent the Fourier transform of any given signal in time domain, that means xt, that was represented x1 x omega equal to x omega equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity e to the power xt e to the power minus j omega t dt. You know, so that Fourier transform represented here x1 for the x1t. Okay. And if another signal has the x2t, the Fourier transform is represented by x2 omega. Okay. So another signal, suppose that x2t has the Fourier representation by x1 x2 omega. So here Fourier transform by x2 omega. x2 omega okay. Then linear property states that then linear property states that property states that a1 x1t plus a2 x2t a1 x1t plus A2x2t and the Fourier transform represented by A1 x1 omega plus A2 x2 omega. That means individual Fourier transform of summation of x1 and x2. Okay, x1 omega and x2 omega. So A1 and A2 here constant. A1 x1t, A1 x1t plus A2 x2t plus A2 x2t x2t has the Fourier transform A1 x1 omega plus A2 x2 omega. Is not? So has the Fourier transform is equal to A1 x1 omega A1 x1 omega plus A2 x2 omega. X1 omega plus A2 x2 omega plus A2 x2 omega. Or you will represent something like this one. So this is your Fourier transform of A1 x1 t plus A2 x2 t, where A1 and A2 are constant. Okay, where A1 and A2 are constant. That means if the Fourier transform of x1t is represented by x1 omega and Fourier transform of another signal x2t represented by x2 omega, then according to the linear property, we can write the Fourier transform of A1 x1t plus A2 x2t, where A1 and A2 are constant. That means this sum is here. We maybe say that this sum constant multiply with the individual signal x1t, and A2 another constant is multiplied with another signal x2t. That has the Fourier transform representation A1 x1 omega plus A2 x2 omega. Okay, so just we try to prove this property. How we can prove this property? Just try to see here. As we know that of any signal xt can be written in Fourier transform. That means x omega equal to summation of integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e to the power minus j omega t dt. Okay, so just write here. That means as we know that as we know that Fourier transform of any signal xt, Fourier transform of signal xt of any signal xt is equal to x omega, that means so if any signal xt represented as xt equal to x omega equal to summation of integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e to the power minus j omega t dt, is it not? So just write here the basic equation of the Fourier transform of any signal xt. So xt, if you represent signal in small time domain, then write in a small letter, that means xt, a small x, and if you write Fourier transform, then you represent by capital X. Okay, so capital X omega equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e to the power minus xt e to the power minus j omega t dt minus infinity to infinity xt, that is time domain signal. So presented by right here, xt into e to the power minus j omega t dt, minus j omega t dt. dt. So now the same formula put here, that means Fourier transform of a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t in place of maybe right here xt. That means xt equal to, you may be consider a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t. Okay, so here xt equal to, we want to prove this property, is it not? That means linearity property. So what we consider here, xt equal to a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t, is it not? Then find the Fourier transform that is equal to this one. So just consider here xt equal to a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t, is it not? So just write here xt equal to a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t, you know, a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t, x1 t plus a2 x2 t. a2 x2 t, you know, and then put the value of xt equal to a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t in this equation, in this formula. a2 x2 t. Okay. x to t. If you consider that this one as equation number 1, you consider this one as equation number 1 and this one as equation number 2. Not. So now from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, equation 1 and 2, that means Fourier transform of, in short way, Fourier transform of that means Fourier transform of a1 x1t plus a2 x2t. You know, Fourier transform of a1 x1t t plus a2 x2t plus a2 x2t x2t equal to x omega means x2t equal to x omega equal to how much? Minus infinity to infinity. Minus infinity to infinity. Just put here xt equal to this one. So integration of from minus infinity to infinity minus infinity to infinity a1 x1t plus a2 x2t a1 x1t x1t plus a2 x2t plus a2 x2t. Just put the value of xt, whatever we consider here, that means a1 x1t plus a2 x2t, and integrate this one. Is it not? So a2 x2t here you put the value of xt, that means a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t and e to the power minus j omega t dt. So just put here e to the power minus j omega t dt. So minus j omega t t dt. Now, if you multiply e to the power minus j omega t in individual element, that means a1 x1 t and a2 x2 t. So, how we can write this equation? That means x omega equal to so just write here x omega equal to you can write individual element, that means integration from minus infinity to infinity a1 x1 t into e to the power minus j omega t dt plus integration from minus infinity to infinity a2 x2 t e to the power minus j omega t dt. Is it not? So just write here integration from minus infinity to infinity from minus infinity to infinity a1 x1 t a1 x1 t into e to the power minus j omega t dt, e to the power minus j omega t dt omega t dt plus second element a2 x2 e to the power j omega t dt. So integration from minus infinity to infinity minus infinity to infinity a2 x2 t e to the power minus j omega t dt. a2 x2 t into e to the power minus j omega t dt, e to the power minus j omega t dt dt. Okay. So as we know that this a1 and a2 is constant term, so can be written outside from the integral. Okay, can be written in the outside of the integration. So just write in the next step, x omega equal to just take outside the constant value from the integration. So you can write here x omega equal to a1 into integration from minus infinity to infinity, a1 integration from minus infinity to infinity, integration from minus infinity to infinity. Is it not? So let's write here minus infinity to infinity. What is the remaining element in the inside of the integration? That means a1 x1t to the power minus j omega t dt. So just write this element x1t to the power minus j omega t dt. x1 t e to the power minus j omega t dt to the power minus j omega t dt. Similarly, we can write for the second term. That means here also take the constant term a2 outside the integration. That means a2 integration from minus infinity to infinity, a2 integration from minus infinity to infinity, minus infinity to infinity, and just write here remaining element. That means a2 x2t e to the power minus j omega t dt. Just write here x2t x2 t into e to the power minus j omega t dt. Just write here e to the power minus j omega t dt minus j omega t dt. So if you compare this equation, that means equation number 1, and if you mark this one as equation number 3, okay. If you numbering this equation as equation number 3, if you compare from equation number 1 and 2, you will get the value of this one equal to x1 omega. Okay, so if you compare that, means suppose that equation number 1 and equation number 3. So here x omega equal to what we can write here minus infinity to infinity xt to the power minus j omega t dt. If you concentrate here, then you find in place of xt you get here x1t. Okay, So instead of xt, you have x1, x1, and all the elements are same or similar to equation number 1. So this part you can just represent as x1 omega. In place of x omega, we can represent by x1 omega. And similarly, here for the second term, second element, we can represent this one by x2 omega, is it not? From minus in x omega to minus infinity to infinity, xt to the power minus j omega t dt is x omega. So if we write here x2t minus infinity to infinity e to the power minus j omega t dt, that means this one becomes your x2. Okay, in place of x, you can write the x2. Okay, so from equation 1 and 2, if we compare equation 1 and 2, equation 1 and 2, 1 and 2, okay, so just we can write here x omega equal to a1 x1 omega plus a2 x2 omega, is not a1 x1 omega plus a2 x2 omega. So just right here the Fourier transform, that means x omega represents your a1 x1t plus a2 x2t. Okay, so you may be right here the Fourier transform of Fourier transform of a1 x1t plus a2 x2t, a1 x1t plus a2 x2t plus a2 x2t x2t equal to x omega equal to a1 x1 omega plus a2 x2 omega, a1 x1 omega plus a2 x2 omega plus a2 x2 omega. It is not. So this property we prove here. Okay. That means a1 x1 t plus a2 x2 t equal to a1 x1 omega plus a2 x2 omega. Okay. Similarly, we will discuss another property. That means time shifting property, scaling property, and frequency shifting property, multiplication and convolution property in next class. Okay. So just we stop here, and in the next class we will discuss remaining property